So hey, what's up guys, कैसे हो आप सब लोग? I hope everybody is fine and today we will be reviewing HyperOS 2 port available for the Redmi pad. So if I just open the settings application, you can see I'm using HyperOS 2 on my Redmi pad, and of course HyperOS 2 is not officially available for the Redmi pad. So this is a port by the developer. You can see this is a Chinese developer, but yeah, Android HyperOS 2 based on Android 15, it works so much smooth on this Redmi pad, and you can actually flash it and use it as your daily driver. Today in this video, I will be showing you everything and every feature of this HyperOS 2. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So guys, in short, if you want to a confirmation like how this HyperOS actually feel in the real life, I will say it is actually usable. Like you can see with the screen time, I'm using it for some time now, and it is so much just smoother than HyperOS 1. It is not like a HyperOS 1 which feels laggy or chunky, but HyperOS 2 is actually very smooth. Like if you can see, if I open the applications, you can see this animations. They are just so much smoother on the HyperOS 2. On HyperOS 2 just feels so much smoother than the HyperOS 1. So that's the biggest thing which I feel the big change from the HyperOS 1 on HyperOS 2. Apart from the smoothness, you get this many UI enhancement. Like in the large folder, you can change it to the very large. Like this is the one thing which you get in the HyperOS 2. You can change the folder to very large. If you have a folder with so many applications like this, I have this folder and there are so many applications, so I've made it move to so large folder, and I can open any application directly from over here, so which is nice. And also, if you're wondering how the RAM management is, so in short, I will say RAM management is also pretty good. So like you can see in the RAM, I have opened so many applications recently because this is my third attempt on screen recording again. So yeah, earlier I recorded 2 times more in showing everything, but this video was just not that good, so I just stopped it. But if I open the old applications, you can see they are still open, and you can see like it was a 3-minute long video earlier attempts were. So application in the background are still running. So RAM management is definitely a better than what you would expect in the HyperOS 1 or HyperOS 2. And if you're wondering, let me show you. I have a 6GB variant. So the RAM is 6GB and storage is 128GB. So if you're wondering what my device specification is, over here you can see. So let's talk about the launcher first, right? Let's cover all the features of the launcher. So from the starting, if I just open the settings of the launcher, you can see these are the just options which you get. Nothing anything special you get in the HyperOS 2, but yeah, some basic things. You can also change your home screen with app drawer or just classic, in which you get all the apps on the home screen. These are just some basic features. It's okay. In the recents, there are not any customization or like anything like that. If I just simply long press, of course, you get this thing. No MI Smart Hub is available, or MI Share is not available. If you want to use MI Share, it's not available on this HyperOS 2 port. It's kind of debloated. So that's about the launcher, and these are some transition effects which you can add. You can just simply go in the settings and transition effect, and you can add many transition effects just like you would do in the normal. This is a global version of the HyperOS 2 port, HyperOS 2 global version. So definitely you won't get the fancy widgets on your device. But if you really want to use the fancy widgets, I have already made the video on it, how to get it. Like you can see over here, I'm using the fancy widgets again. So if you want to get it, you can get, just link in description. You can just go and check out that video. So, but you can also always add all the widgets from your over here. So like I can just take any widget and I can add them and then change the size. Okay, so over here, and you can see there. So I can always add them and remove them, and also I can just simply go over here and adjust size. So which is just some nice UI enhancement. Apart from that, if I just simply long press on any application, you get these type of things. Like I can just open any application in the floating window directly from the home screen, which is the old feature only. If I open the application like Empty Manager and click on the top 3, these are the just basic features which are available on the HyperOS 1. But one thing which is so much better than the HyperOS 2 is that if I just simply drag and drop, you can see there is no cube thing. Like I can just open the floating window application right here. In HyperOS 1, it automatically used to shift in the split screen mode, but now it doesn't. So to get in the split screen mode, you have to just simply really drag the application on the side to get it in this split screen. And once you get it, of course, you will get that HyperOS 1 experience of the floating window, like split screen. You can open any other application in the other half of the screen and just simply go back and open any other application again. So that's just some old features. But one feature which I really like is that you don't get that restriction on how much area you can open the floating window anymore. So which is really nice. Apart from that, you get the better floating windows. Of course, on the floating window, you don't have any size restrictions, just like earlier you had till MIUI 14. Again, in the HyperOS 2, this thing is continue. So you can adjust the size whatever you want to. It's not completely free, but still it is free. So that's it in the launcher, I guess. You won't see anything special in the launcher. So let's talk about the control center. Of course, these are the main gimmick features of the HyperOS 2. When you long press on the brightness bar, you get this type of menu: auto brightness, dark mode, and reading mode. You can just enable it from over here. You can just simply open the volume panel from over here, which is nice, and media planner from over here, media player, and all your Wi-Fi settings just like that, and all your Bluetooth devices again just like that. So that's how basically the control center looks. And you can also, you always get that auto brightness and dark mode and reading mode quick tiles also if you really want to add it. But I got that thing in the brightness bar covered, so I don't add it. But these are some quick tiles which you will get. Again, we don't have any workbench mode or anything like that on this HyperOS Port 2. So if you're expecting that would be available, sorry, they are just not available. Let me just quickly show you notification center how it will look. So yeah, that's it. If I just go in the notification centers, so you can just customize it. You can only get this notification style, how you want to get your notification styles, Android or Classic. Classic is just MIUI style, and that's it. That's about it in the customization section of the HyperOS Port 2. So guys, talking about lock screen, this is how you can expect your lock screen to look like. So I cannot remove the notifications now because I'm doing screen recording, so that's a bad. But if I just simply long press and customize the lock screen, now you can see how the lock screen would look like. So that's it. That's how lock screens look like. And let me just open all the customization options for you, and you can see all the customization options on the lock screen which are available. So yeah, these are some lock screens which are available, and I'm using this one right now. But you can definitely use some others like this, and you can't customize really much in them. Except the wallpaper and all that in the font thing. You cannot customize how you can arrange these text like you can use to normally. But yeah, still you get a lot of customization options like these. This is the one style which is nice, and this is the advertisement of Xiaomi car which you can look over here. It's kind of cool, but yeah, again in this lock screen you get most of the information displayed to you directly, which I'm using right now. And yeah. By the way, guys, I really want to ask, like, if you know what is this 3.4 means, just tell me in the comment section, because I definitely don't know what is this 3.4. So yeah, that's confusing for me. But apart from that, yeah, these are some lock screens which you will get. These are the just complete copy of the iOS which you will get. You can just simply change your font style, font color, and everything like that. You can just simply select over here, and you can change the font style. You can add more details if you really want to, and yeah, that's it. That's about it. And you can just simply apply it as your default lock screen. And once you apply it, it will ask you to how you want to apply it on the lock screen or the both. So I will just simply select only lock screen, and yeah, that's it. That's you got your new screen recording. Basically new lock screen. Let's talk about the settings. So of course, what I was talking about earlier, you don't get any HyperOS AI or Xiaomi AI on this device, because of course this is a budget tablet by the Xiaomi. They won't support it officially, and in this port room, it is just a port room. So all the officially supported features will work only. There will be no any additional features available to you. So if you want to get any advanced features, you would likely need a root access in order to install modified applications to get all the features. So yeah, so let's just simply look for all the setting options right now. So in the About tablet, of course, I have shown you, this is the HyperOS 2 looks like. If I go in the system app updater, it's showing I won't update it anytime soon. In the floating window, features for tablet, that's it. In security status, okay. In Wi-Fi, you get all these. In Bluetooth, you get like this. In more connectivity, you get something like this. Cast, quick share, everything works fine. Just Xiaomi share is missing. So that's the one thing which you will miss, I guess, from normal device. But apart from that, everything's there. In the lock screen, that's it. And in the notification and status bar, you get all these options, up to 3 icons and all that. In the home screen, of course, I have already shown it. In the display and the brightness, that's the part where you can see I haven't enabled this advanced texture, but if you enable it, so it will just enable more blurriness and more detailed experience of the blurriness. That's it. So that will be thing. And if you're wondering if you will get this background blur by default, so yeah, I haven't used any module in it to enable this thing. It just background blur is present by default on this HyperOS port. So that's the one good thing which you will get on this HyperOS port. But now you can see after I've enabled that advanced texture, earlier the screen recording was in the white, but now its background is become transparent. So of course, now there will be more transparency in the whole UI, but it will also consume more battery. So that's, you got to deal with it. Again, color scheme, and you can adjust it, reading mode, everything like that. Refresh rate, you can change it to the 90 or 60. It works. It's just like in how it did in the HyperOS. So don't expect that it will always work in the 60. If you set it to 90, it will always work in the 90 Hertz. Or even if you open YouTube or Instagram on restricted application, it will automatically switch to 60. So for that, again, you need a root to bypass that restriction and force it to 90. But whenever you will be using it in 90 refresh rate, 90 Hertz refresh rate, your battery will be just like going like a liquid. So definitely I wouldn't suggest it. I always use it on the 60 Hertz because that's when I get some of the battery. About battery drain, we will be covering that, but let's cover the first sounds. So these are the things which you will be getting in sounds only, and yeah, additional sounds you can customize and sound effect and everything like that. Okay, and personalizations, that's the thing which you will get something like this. You can see over here, wallpaper, system wallpapers, you can definitely apply. Okay, the setting application crashed because I have modified the theme application. I have changed the original theme application to the modified version because original theme application wasn't so much useful, just like in HyperOS 1, exactly like that. So I have modified this themes application. It is a modded theme application on which I can just import the themes. If you don't know how to get it, again, I have made the video on this already. You can just simply go and check out. And now I have imported these two themes, Inside Cool and iOS 17 theme, which I can apply, but I won't apply because I just really want to give you the review of this ROM. If I will apply the theme, it will be highly customized and you won't know how the actual ROM looks like. So coming back on settings, in the face and data screen lock, yeah, that's it. You get everything works fine. There are no bugs right now. Like I didn't find any sort of bug on this HyperOS 2. In the application sections, you get something like this. In the other section, you get like this. Default application assistant, everything just work fine, which you can always select from over here. Assistant voice, by default, you get the Google Assistant working, and that's it. In the battery section, now let's talk about the battery drain. So you can see this is how the battery is. Like I'm using it for the while, as you can see in the screen. Time 8 hours and 48 minutes, so approximate 9 hours, and in 9 hours you can see 18 hours of the total active time is of 18 hours, and in that I have used this tablet for the 9 hours straight. And this is the battery drain which you will get. Of course, I have used YouTube the most, but yeah, I will say the battery backup is not that great if compared to MIUI 13, 14 or a HyperOS 1. I will suggest if you are really conscious about your battery use, I will suggest to not flash this HyperOS because battery is actually the problem in this ROM. It's not a big problem, but still you will face it. Like earlier, I could use this device for 2 days straight, but now I'm just able to use this device for the 1 day. That's it. Earlier, I could expect that it will work for the 2 days on one full charge, but now in one full charge, it will only work for the 1 day. So yeah, battery drain is definitely an issue. But of course, RAM management is good. So I guess battery drain was expected. Like you can see, I can just open old applications without any issues, and they are still working in the background. So RAM management is definitely improved, and for that battery, I guess we have to compromise the battery if we want the performance. So definitely, let's talk about the screen time. Of course, I've been using it for a while, and that's how 8 hours and 52 minutes. So please ignore screen time of my YouTube because I guess I don't know. I'm maybe addicted. I have to leave the YouTube for a while, but still, let's go in the additional settings. That's all the settings you get. There are no any special features which you will get on the HyperOS 2, and they are missing on any other ROM. These are some basic features which you will get: second space, memory extension, and everything like that. I will strongly suggest please turn off your memory extension. It will increase your smoothness a lot because when you enable it, it will use your device ROM, which is not good for using as a RAM replacement. So definitely, I would suggest that you turn off the memory extension, and that's it. In the slide toolbox, you get these features which you can enable it in the conferencing tool and everything like that, which you can enable it, and it kind of does work. Apart from that, that's it. In the floating window, you get all the features like this. You can open all the applications in the floating window, and all the gestures are working fine. So that's it. In the developer options, nothing. There is nothing special. So that was all about in the settings application, which you can see all the options. After the settings, there is nothing much left in this ROM, so it's just some UI enhancement and the RAM management. And in the end, I will just say that it is actually a lot better than the HyperOS 1 or MIUI 14 or MIUI 13. Only issue is the battery drain. If the battery drain would be a little bit less, I would definitely recommend this ROM for everyone. But right now, the battery drain is a little bit expected because RAM management is definitely really good, and you can see the background applications are running fine without closing. So if you get the good RAM management, you will have to get the battery drain, and it's the same problem with the ASP. Right now we have a voltage which is available for this Redmi pad, and it is also going through the same issue. You can either get the performance or you can either get the RAM management. So on the HyperOS 2, RAM management is definitely really good. I have played some games. I have uninstalled the games right now, but I was playing them and they were working really smooth and everything works fine. Even the notification does work fine, like over there. I can see this notification. I can open it in the floating window and all that. So yeah. Overall, HyperOS 2 port is really good, but it is a little bit junky. In the end, I will just say that I will just say one thing which I have noticed, which is kind of irritating to me, and that is not able to open this dock smoothly. So like if you can see, I'm using some applications, and whenever I open this dock, I have to be very precise to open this dock, because if I just do it very quick, like if I go in the like that and in that, you can see the dock will just vanish. It won't be there. So you have to get used to it on the HyperOS port to open the dock just right, so that dock will remain open and you can access any other applications from over here. So that's the one thing which you have to look out, and you will have to adjust yourself. And the second thing is that swipe to open the Google Assistant from swiping from the corners of the screen is a little bit tricky. So like you can see, I have opened the settings right now and I'm swiping up from the corners. So yeah, now the Gemini has opened, but most of the time I'm not able to open the Gemini. So yeah, like right now, when there is no dock available or visible on the screen, if I just open the swipe from the corners, Gemini will not open. So for that, I will just need to open the dock and then swipe, or just try my luck, and that's it. So I'm stuck with that. So yeah, the navigation, I felt a little bit problem over there, which should be improved, but I don't know how to or when. So I guess we have to deal with it. So if that's a deal breaker, definitely I will recommend you can look into it. And the second thing which I really want to point out is that whenever you open the search, it always opens the keyboard automatically, which sucks for me. Right now I have attached the physical keyboard. If I remove the physical keyboard and now open the search, like you can see right now, it will automatically open the this keyboard, which is very, very irritating for me, at least, because I'm not used to just search the applications. I'm always used to just simply swipe down from the alphabetic order and open the application in the floating window, like from here. And it just kills that quickness in the floating window, ability to open the floating window. So that's kind of irritating part for me, which you can look into it. If that's not an issue or big deal for you, so definitely you can ignore it, like I am doing right now, because in the end I have flashed HyperOS 2 permanently on my device, and it's working fine. So yeah, guys, that's it in this video. I hope you really liked it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and share your views how you like this ROM in the comment section. And I will see you in the next one. Till then, stay home, stay safe, stay goodbye. And one more thing I really want to tell you is that if you want any type of more specific content, or you got some issues and you want the solution for that particular problem, you can always mention that in the comment section also. I will try my best to make a video on that. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Till then, stay home, stay safe, goodbye.